In the past, I have not really gone through with promises I've made on this channel. Bookshelf, I had a whole thing planned for Halloween, and that kind of just never worked out. But I promised that I would be releasing one Masked Singer video every month, and I am not going to back out on that promise, and I'm making one right now. So without further ado, these are my 10 favorite Masked Singer performances across all 3 U.S. seasons.
Fly me to the moon.
Typically, the older, more seasoned people on this show happen to be female. One could make an argument that Donny Osmond was quote-unquote seasoned, but his voice was still very youthful. I mean, the judges thought that he might be Neil Patrick Harris. But there was something very surprising hearing Taco's voice for the first time. It had that same sweet-like flow that Bee, Flower, and Mouse all had, but this time for a male. And for a more seasoned voice like that of Taco's, Fly Me to the Moon was just like the best song you could perform. Overall, Taco was one of my favorite masks from Season 3, not just to look at, but to watch, so when he was unmasked Week 6, that really hurt.
All I long for, all I worship and adore. Mama, take this badge from me.
This was a very fitting song for Banana to sing in Week 11. He was slowly starting to ebb away in popularity and found himself in the bottom 3 only 2 weeks before, so he was kind of knocking on the unmasking's door. But regardless of that, he did a really good job, and that song is just a really great song anyway, so he really could not have gone wrong. This for sure was his best performance yet, kind of like a swan song for the Banana. By this point, everyone knew that Turtle was not to be messed with, and after 2 slower ballads in the previous weeks, he finally hit the audience with a faster-paced, more energetic pop song. Turtle was so good doing this song that going back to it, I can't tell the difference between his voice and Shawn Mendes's. Now, I don't listen to Shawn Mendes, but I've heard this song plenty of times because my school bus driver literally only listens to either Cities 97 radio or trap music radio on Pandora. Anyways, Turtle finally broke further out of his shell, see what I did there, and mixed his flexible singing talents with some of the best dancing I've seen on the show. And you've got a performance people will be talking about for years to come.
We lost our minds and we took it way too far. I know it'd be alright, I know we.
I like the way you talk. I like the things you wear.
Have you ever discovered a song through a rather unorthodox way? Well, Rhino sang this song, which was sort of a stray from what he normally sings, and all I could think of was, wow, this is a really great song, very catchy. I wonder who sings it. Oh, Niall Horan? You mean to tell me that a One Direction member actually made a song worth listening to? And not to get off topic, but the song selection is really only the reason this made the list anyway. But this is definitely a step up for Niall Horan. Like I said, I don't listen to him, but if your bus driver only listens to Cities 97 on the way to school and back, you were going to hear Slow Hands at least 500 times back in 2018.
I keep fighting voices in my mind that say I'm not enough.
It's a truly momentous occasion when a mask first reveals their voice and it sounds like something from the heavens, but I felt that 100-fold with Astronaut's debut in Week 7. As you probably know, our family did a fantasy draft before Season 3 began, and on my team was Llama, Banana, Astronaut, Turtle, Frog, and White Tiger. At this point, Turtle and Frog were my 2 best players, with Banana not far behind, and then I heard Astronaut's voice, and it was very different from some of the other people that normally do well on this show, but he totally had the audience gripped, and just for a minute, I thought that maybe saying Turtle was gonna win it all was maybe a bit too early to call.
Oh, you say I'm love when I can't feel a thing. And you say
In a similar fashion, except there is no suspense, however, to Rottweiler's debut performance on the Season 2 premiere, I mean, I hadn't thought of this draft idea yet, I could tell that Rottweiler was definitely another contender just very shortly after hearing him sing. I wasn't crazy about this performance, but after a while I began to really like Rottweiler's performances, and even if I ever rewatch his performance of Maneater, I always appreciate where Chris Daughtry started. And no, I'm not talking about American Idol. I'm just gonna say it, when I was like 2, I had a crush on Lady Gaga. Alright? Whenever I tell my friends that, I always get a laugh out of that one. So that small, meaningless toddler celebrity crush led to a guilty pleasure appreciation for her music. Her older stuff is kinda cringe at some points, but if you want an example of the best Lady Gaga songs, look no further than her album Joanne. It's like the not weird side of Lady Gaga we always wanted to see. Speaking of which, Diamond Heart came from Joanne. It's actually the first track. And I always liked this song, so when I heard Lion singing it near the end of her time as a mask, I felt an emotion somewhere along the lines of, oh, cool. Now we're at the Holy Trinity. No other songs can top these next 3. Starting with Frog's interesting but highly entertaining rendition of Whatever It Takes by Imagine Dragons, I felt a roller coaster of emotions when I first saw this song. To be honest, I thought Frog would go out like his first week because he only rapped, and I mean, that didn't work very well for Sailor Palin as Bear, did it? But when he started this song, I noticed he was rapping a part that was meant to be sung, and it sounded kind of odd, and I really didn't like it, but it very, very quickly, this became one of the best and most epic performances of Season 3. I love how he does that dance where he's basically just running in place and the camera zooms in on him. Anyways, he finally starts singing the song, and everything is alright. Holy crap. What a way to kick off a season. How I felt when Astronaut first started singing was like 1/10 of how I felt when Turtle started singing this Seal favorite. It just kept getting better and better. I mean, his final refrain felt like he was shooting me in the gut. And by the time it was all over, so many chills had gone down my spine that I was probably pooping them out. And after the performance was over, I only had one thing to say. Turtle is going to win the Masked Singer.
The winner of this season's Golden Mask is Night Angel.
Well, that worked out well, didn't it? So now we're at number 1, and I've said before how much I loved Turtle's Kiss from a Rose, and how it's probably my favorite Masked Singer performance. But, as you probably could tell, there is still one spot above it that's even better than that.
Never gonna give you up, let you down, run around, desert you.
Rickrolled. Anyways, here's the number 1 spot for real this time.
Coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine.
The night this episode aired was a night I will never forget, because I was auditioning for a musical that would change my life, not because of Masked Singer. Because of the auditions, I missed the beginning of the Christmas special, and as a result, I missed this performance. What's weird is everyone else sang a Christmas song, or at least a song loosely based on Christmas. But nope, here's Rottweiler singing Mr. Brightside. I didn't see this performance until a long time after this episode aired, and once I saw it, I was beyond words. This performance, in my opinion, is better than the actual song by The Killers, and I noticed that he did some things while singing that sort of elevated the performance. From the beginning to the end, this performance was truly awe-inspiring, and the only thing bad about it was Ken Jeong's dancing. I mean, this song's about a guy whose girlfriend is cheating on him, and you're doing the air guitar?
I just can't look, it's killing me and taking control.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm glad this video was another short one because I really do want to make more shorter videos. I hope you enjoyed, and if you want to comment on what you think should be the theme of the July Months of Mask video, you can comment down there what you think that should be. I don't exactly know what I'll do, but I'm definitely open to feedback on what I should do. Thanks. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you later.